Greetings, my fellow travelers. I'm taking advantage of the loading screen to share a few thoughts about the Omega expedition. Uh, this being the second expedition I completed, certainly discovering you can get various doodads was in of itself very, very fun. The Starborn Runner reminds me somehow of a slim, scaled-down Defiant from TNG and Deep Space Nine. The kiosk on the Anomaly, giving you the opportunity to not purchase, but bring with you extra materials to assist in building in the game, in the expedition, when the expedition locks out. You creative mode or custom mode certainly is a boon. The irony is I brought 5,000 ferrite with me. Barely used any of it because I unlocked the metal parts last. Brought 5,000 dirt or stone, for lack of a better word, and promptly ran out of it. And discovered that the carbon, the planters, the standing planters, are your friends because they provide you an endless amount of carbon. Okay, just resume the expedition. It's supposed to be over. This is weird. This is like second day in a row this has happened to me. Let's collect this before anything else happens and goes wrong. Yes, and the ability to transfer back stuff. I mean, probably most of these I will sell. I'm probably maxed out on them anyway. But, you know, in the case that I'm not, why not? And of course, if I end up selling them, it makes no difference. I would have gotten them anyway through the end process where materials gets converted into either units or nanites. Having said that, I wish there was an option to save the bases, save what you've done as a separate save, because, well, I got an Executor class Superstar Destroyer and I really, really hate to lose it. But I don't want to replace the freighter called Dave's Campaign from my primary save, my first save, Dave's Campaign, because short of the crew bunk room area, it's done. I'm satisfied with it. Yes, there are more spectacular freighters out there. Some videos are truly stunning. But hey, take pride in what you've done, right? Now, I have had a very pleasant exchange with a gentleman concerning a comment about my video about falling through the bottom of the space station, and I get the fact that being frustrated is not everybody's cup of tea. You know, we hopefully we watch videos to be entertained. God knows I post videos to have fun. And so, you know, trying to keep it upbeat and positive and tactful, because that was the big suggestion that was made. The Omega expedition in many ways was ruined for me because of the endless crashing and the fact that terrain would disappear. There's the, this is the moment of, so we're going to pause the moment for just 1 second. There's the one part of the story where you end up fighting 5 waves of sentinels, and it happens to be smack on top of my base. That was really annoying. So in the process of doing that, I actually triggered additional waves by accidentally killing one of the sentinels that just hovered around the base all the time. Literally half the ground under my base was gone. I had a Minotaur rampaging through the base. I'm trying to hide from him to take pot shots on him because, of course, you know, I don't have my multi-tool maxed out with S mods. And he's leaving gaping holes in my base in where there was actually ground to shoot at. And he ended up doing what I did. He ended up falling through the ground into a cavern or something, and While we were able to shoot each other, neither of us, well, certainly I, didn't dare move because I didn't know if I was going to fall again. The fight took like 45 minutes. Most of that was just trying to avoid falling through the ground. I mean, I could have easily done this fight in 10 or 15 minutes. It kind of takes the fun out of it. um, and I can laugh at my exasperation, a few days later. So cross your fingers, and what I really, really hope is I can save the bases. There's only 2 of them, but the first one has 6 buildings. The prefab area and the base proper, the stone building just on top of the rock on the mountain, and I just realized I muted the controller a moment ago because I was coughing. So I don't know if a certain amount of the stuff I said about the fight with the Minotaur was recorded. Oh, irony. There's one thing I really don't need in my primary save are more units and nanites. I mean, I'm not going to say no to them. But I'm already at 4 billion units. 70 million nanites, something like that is a ridiculous amount. Whoops! I didn't get a chance to read. Yeah. So, one could almost wish that there would be a tutorial option in the game, which would be basically the expeditions, because it gives you a chance to experience, the No Man's Sky in a somewhat more compact, shorter version of the storyline. And of course, if you enjoy what you're doing, well, you arrive at a point where you finish the expedition and just continue, and then you have the option of actually doing the full storyline. Alright, so expedition complete. Congratulations, traveler. The expedition is complete. Return to the space anomaly to view the rewards and achievements. Exclusive expedition phase rewards are automatically available on all saves. Thank you. In addition, you will earn additional Quicksilver nanites units for feats accomplished during the expedition. Before finishing the expedition, use the expedition terminus to send valuable items back to your primary save. This is the sort of thing you want to say before people press the finish expedition part. Surplus items will be processed into units and nanites as appropriate. Alright, so a moment ago I mentioned just how much I had. 4,294,967,000 something something. Nanites, wow! I'm at 972 million nanites. And the funny thing is, because I'm custom or creative mode, if I return a whatchamacallit, a mod, I get the full price for it, but I didn't pay anything for it, which is, Okay. And a fellow did ask me one time when we were talking about it, was, why do you have so much stuff? What's the point? No, it's just a game. I don't know. All right. So having said that, let's see if there's anything from the Quicksilver guide that I haven't gotten already. And somebody did comment, not necessarily one of my videos, but somewhere else, I think. It would be interesting if you could just go and do the old expeditions. One, because it's, you know, I've only been playing the game a year and a half, so I missed a whole bunch of expeditions. In that first year and a half, part of it was just struggling to get a handle on the game and just do the game. And expeditions were like, well, I'll worry about that later, except, well, you're locked out of them later, which, well, I'm sorry. I understand rewarding your players who are playing the game, but I'll give one non-No Man's Sky example how this doesn't work sometimes. My cousin's an airline pilot. Well, when he's gone 3 or 4 days from home, he's not lugging the PlayStation with him, so he doesn't get to play whatever game he was playing. That's one of the things that turned him off Destiny so much. There was this endless progression, and he was forever falling behind because, hey, after being away from home for 4 days, he wants to spend some quality time with his wife. His wife wants him to spend some quality time with her. So if he's home for 4 days, he may just be gaming a couple hours the third or fourth night he's home, for very understandable reasons. Spend time with his wife. I get it. She's a charming lady. Also, there's a few chores that you haven't been taking care of while you're away that you need to do. And I get that too. So the ability to return to expeditions, or in the case of Destiny, things that are locked out, this particular quest, that particular quest, would actually be advantageous. Okay, have a cooldown period. You're not able to do expedition number 12 for 3 months after it's ended, because, well, we want to let the people who've done it, glory in having a starborn runner for 3 months before it becomes available to other people who still have to put the time in, mind you. So let's see if the kiosk tells us anything new at this point. Interesting. Okay, alright, fair enough. And let's see what this guy has to tell us. I mean, I believe I've got pretty much everything from the expedition. Yeah, I was less than thrilled when this critter came out of the egg. Mostly because I associate them with, wrecked buildings and my traveler getting chunks bitten out of him. Yeah, so on my bases in the Omega Expedition, these two guys are on Omega 1. This guy would be Omega 2. This guy would be Omega 2 until I send him away because it's just very, very frightening. And they may call him a sandworm, but he floats around. He doesn't stay on the ground. I myself have not been too crazy about lance-style weapons. Probably ever since they introduced, well, exactly that, the lance in Destiny. Previously collected, very good. And the irony is I actually had 2 of these at one point because I had not realized that you were going to get it automatically and purchased it, and when I sold it, somehow in the expedition, instead of getting 54 million credits for it, I only got like 5, which really baffled the heck out of me at the time. Alright, so it seems I got all the doodads I'm going to get from him. Let's just go see the tree and find out if he's got any nanites for me. Not that I really need any more, but it's sort of the routine at this point. Ah, young one. I like this guy. I mean, it may be the same spiel every time, but yes, I'll share things I've seen. Oh, darn it. Sorry, buddy. I haven't scanned anything recently. Alright, so now we're off to the part that's going to make me cry. Teleporter ring. I really hope I can see those two bases. I doubt it. I mean, I seriously doubt it. Okay, so my freighter has stayed that. That's good because time invested in it. Alright. Alright, so. Yes! Okay, let's go visit. Yes, it's not all negativity. Alright, well, with that self-deprecating and comment to myself, I wish you a fond farewell, my fellow travelers. Actually, fuck it. We're gonna go visit the base. I'll just edit out the teleporter trip. We're already at 16 minutes, so